Hello my dear friends and welcome back to another Star Wars news update. In today's video we have some big news for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. We're also going to be talking about themes in the Book of Boba Fett and more. As always my dear friends, before we dive into the news, please may I ask you to hit that big red subscribe button if you've not done so already, and also be sure to give that bell a good old tickle to be alerted each and every time that I post a new video. But without much further ado and without any more jibber jabber, let's dive straight into it. Well my dear friends, in terms of Star Wars news, it's been a really weird week. For the most part, it's been negative and dramatic, but you'll be happy to hear that today's video is packed with excellent news, and we kick things off with some big news for Obi-Wan Kenobi. We now know the name of Indira Varma's character. For many months, people speculated that she was going to be portraying Satine Kryze, but then Star Wars Newsnet leaked a photo of Varma on set, and immediately we saw that she's going to be playing an Imperial. Well now my friends, her character has a name. I want to give a special shout out to one of my Emperor level patrons, Maria, who sent this to me. So according to the IMDb Pro page, which is the professional version of IMDb, Indira Varma is going to be playing a character called Tia. So the big question is Tia a new character or one of the many Tias that exist in Legends? The reason I ask this is because there is one Tia in particular who exists in Legends who would tie in perfectly to the Kenobi series. And this is Tia Organa. She was a member of the Organa family, sister of Bail, and therefore the adoptive aunt of Princess Leia. Given that the Kenobi series has been rumoured to feature Alderaan and also a young version of Leia, this would definitely make a lot of sense. But there is a problem. What about the Imperial uniform? If Varma is playing Tia Organa, then why would she sport an Imperial costume? Well, to put it simply, she might go undercover for Obi-Wan and Bail and spy on some Imperial plans. We know that Obi-Wan is going to leave Tatooine, and if he comes into contact with young Leia on Alderaan, then Bail Organa and other members of the Organa family will also be involved. It's not too far-fetched to suggest that they might devise some sort of plan to infiltrate the Empire, and this could be to get certain information. And this could be why she ends up with an Imperial outfit, because she's going undercover. Now, another option is that Tia is a new character altogether, with no link whatsoever to Tia Organa. She might just be a new Imperial officer, but the reason I doubt this heavily is that Indira Varma is listed as part of the primary cast. Surely they would not have hired such a renowned actor just to make her a generic Imperial, and that's why I think she will have a more prominent role. The series will have a total of 6 episodes and air sometime in the spring of 2022. We're still waiting for an official release date. We recently got a sizzle reel at Disney Plus Day, and in the words of Anakin Skywalker,
I want more, and I know I shouldn't.
So there you go my dear friends, Indira Varma is playing Tia. Whether it's Tia Organa or a new Tia altogether is something we'll find out soon enough. So now my dear friends, let's move on and talk about the Book of Boba Fett, because a lot of people, even here in the comments section on my videos, have pointed out something about the show's genre. In many ways, the show's content could pay off a major theme of a George Lucas project that he was working on before the buyout in 2012. As we saw in the first trailer, and by the way we're still waiting for a second trailer so do look out for that, the Book of Boba Fett promises to explore the murky underworld of the Star Wars galaxy, which can finally do justice to one specific George Lucas idea. The trailer we got gives the best look yet at what to expect from the show, although most details are still unknown. The footage that we saw in the trailer makes a very big point about the underworld, not only in the action, but also in the text on the screen, which literally said, "Every galaxy has an underworld." And aside from the hint of what to expect from the series, it also links back to George Lucas's cancelled project, which was called Star Wars Underworld, and it would have had a video game to accompany it, and that would have been Star Wars 1313, both of which would have explored different parts of the seedy criminal underbelly in the galaxy, and we would have even had Boba Fett as a prominent character. Star Wars Underworld would have been set on Coruscant between the prequels and original trilogy, exploring its criminal underworld in great depth, and showing a side to Star Wars the movies did not dive into. While little was confirmed, although dozens of scripts were written, it was expected that Han Solo and Boba Fett would have made an appearance. Boba Fett would have featured in the game 1313, which would have taken place on Coruscant, with gamers being able to play as Boba. Neither project ever came to fruition, with Underworld deemed too expensive to make at the time, and 1313 was scrapped after the takeover by Disney of Lucasfilm. Now while we probably won't return to Coruscant in the Book of Boba Fett, it's primarily set on Tatooine. Major elements of the grittiness and murky underbelly of the galaxy are definitely going to come into play, and Robert Rodriguez may have taken taken inspiration from the cancelled show Underworld. It will loosely pay off some of George Lucas's ideas, which were also in a massive way brought into Solo, a Star Wars story. It included some of those criminal organizations and syndicates, which we might also see in the Book of Boba Fett. And as you guys know, we've been talking about Qi'ra, Crimson Dawn on the whole, and how they might play into the series. The timeline for the Book of Boba is much later, taking place after Return of the Jedi, but by having him ruling that world from what was once Jabba's palace, and dealing with various factions of gangsters, criminals, and crooks, then it can deliver on what George Lucas never made. And I've spoken about this in the past with Robert Rodriguez, Dave Filoni, and Jon Favreau. I truly believe the Book of Boba Fett is going to give die-hard Star Wars fans what we've wanted for years. It's going to be one of the most amazing projects we've had in a very long time. I know I'm speaking with a lot of confidence here, but the show is in the right hands. Boba Fett is such an iconic character, and the Boba Fett fan club has existed even before The Empire Strikes Back was released. So there are literally fans who've waited over 40 years for this moment. As I say, the show's in the right hands, and when you've got the responsibility of showrunning a literal Boba Fett series, the pressure is going to be huge. You've got to do justice to one of the franchise's most beloved and iconic characters. So I trust Rodriguez, Filoni, Favreau, Bryce Dallas Howard, and the others to deliver that. And I'm sure we're in for one hell of a treat come December the 29th. Are you guys hyped? Because I'm over the moon excited. So finally, my dear friends, we just have a quick rumour. Apparently 2 unannounced Star Wars shows, live action ones, are in development. Now, no specific details are given, but the hashtag show are speculating that it could be to do with the Inquisitors, and the other one may be a sequel project, which could be the Finn series. Take this with a massive grain of salt, or rather an entire heap of salt, because this could be just hearsay. In their own words, they say we can exclusively share that not 1, but 2 unannounced Star Wars live action series will start filming mid-2022. They then speculate that it could be to do with Finn from the sequels, the Finn project that was rumoured earlier this year, and possibly even an Inquisitor series that is a spin-off of the Kenobi show. As we know, Inquisitors are going to appear in Obi-Wan Kenobi. It was rumoured before, but after the Disney Plus sizzle reel, we now know it's concrete. This might lead to Disney creating an entire Inquisitor series which spins off from Obi-Wan. As I say, nothing is known about any of these unannounced projects. We do know Lucasfilm are working behind the scenes on new content which is yet to be announced, but until we hear anything official or more solid, we just can't know. But otherwise, my dear friends, that brings us to the end of this news update. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to give me a big fat thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new, and a massive welcome if you are. And if you're feeling generous and you want more videos that are not found here on YouTube, then why not consider becoming a patron? The link is down there in the description. But otherwise, I'm Star Wars Meg, may the Force be with you, and I'll see you tomorrow.